What's up guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we're going over 10 things DC wants you to forget about Wonder Woman. And let's get straight on the list with number 10. Wonder Woman wasn't her original name. Wonder Woman is pretty catchy, right? How about trying to say Suprema the Wonder Woman every time you want to refer to her? Pretty inconvenient, huh? Well, that's the title that the creator William Marston originally had in mind. We're pretty grateful that this was changed to her well-known current name before her appearance in the 1941 All-Star Comics number 8. This wasn't all that was changed from Marston's first character concept, however. He planned her to be a submissive character, a trait he thought all women had. This was clearly far from her final concept, as Wonder Woman is now a symbol of female strength and independence. Number 9. Wonder Woman's Invisible Plane. During the golden ages of comic books, Wonder Woman was given one of the most annoying and unrelatable forms of transportation, which was an invisible plane. The vehicle was essentially a robot and flew around with its own intentions unless Wonder Woman, and only Wonder Woman, gave it voice commands. On top of that, the metal bird broke all the laws of aerodynamics. The thought may sound cool, but it often left comic book scenes just awkward and cringeworthy. The writers didn't get the memo and continuously tried to rewrite it so the idea would fit, but it never did. Fans were confused on why the princess was given this instead of the ability to fly, and eventually the writers finally came to their senses and Wonder Woman could soar through the sky. Number 8. Wonder Woman was a biker stripper. This whole story is something DC wouldn't want to bring up for a couple of different reasons. It starts when Wonder Woman's mother has a vision that her daughter will die. To stop her death, she has a plan that comes off as pretty dumb. Get someone else to be Wonder Woman. She finds a proper replacement, which is an Amazonian, and so Diana Prince takes on a new costume, dressing up as a biker stripper. This situation is stupid for two reasons, being that Wonder Woman's mother's ridiculous plan works, as well as the fact that we watch the empowering female character dress up in skimpy clothes in a way that just feels unclean. Once the new Wonder Woman is dead, Diana immediately hops back into her old uniform and title, but the imprint this strange situation left on readers can't be forgotten so fast. The reason DC wants you to forget about the storyline is not only because it's absurd, but it also feels like it's degrading Wonder Woman's name. Number 7. Wonder Woman and the Star Riders. It's not every day where you see superheroes team up with toy companies, but in the early 90s, that's exactly what happened. Mattel, one of the biggest toy manufacturers, wanted to team up with DC to create a cartoon as well as a corresponding toy line. Thus, Wonder Woman and the Star Riders was created. It reminded fans of Captain Planet or Barbies, both things that DC really didn't want Wonder Woman to be connected with. The characters had specific elemental powers and were after a prized gem. Eventually, the entire idea was scrapped and Wonder Woman and the Star Riders never had its own cartoon or toy line. Number 6. Wonder Woman's first weakness. Wonder Woman is the daughter of Zeus, whose wrist cuffs are crafted from her father's shield, as well as a powerful Amazon warrior princess. She should be near unstoppable when it comes to fighting, right? Well, apparently not. It turns out that all you have to do is tie her wrists together. She seems a lot less imposing now, doesn't she? The strange weakness doesn't stop there. Apparently, this weird trick only works if it's done by a man. The reason for this is because our creators wanted to simulate what they saw as the perfect woman, which included a bit of a BDSM weakness apparently. Not only does this character flaw hurt the integrity of an otherwise near unbeatable character, it also gives fans a reminder that despite how much she comes off as a female role model, her roots are planted in a strangely sexist past. Number 5. Wonder Woman's failed pilot. With a new Wonder Woman movie coming out soon, fans can't help but feel excitement and thrill to finally see her on the big screen in a solo movie. It feels like it's been a long time since we saw her on the big screen, but in fact, only in 2011 there was an attempt to launch a fully fledged TV show. Thankfully, the TV pilot was unimpressive and lackluster to NBC, who refused to pick up the show. I say thankfully because critics and reviews said the single episode was horrendous. One critic said that the 45-minute piece was embarrassing and that everything that he feared that would happen, happened. DC surely wants us to forget about this Wonder Woman and turn our heads to Gal Gadot, who will be our Wonder Woman on the screens for more movies to come. Number 4. Wonder Woman's 70s TV show. At least this one made it on TV, but was that really the right choice? This was Wonder Woman's first appearance on the small screen, which really gave a strange first impression of the hero to many viewers. The easiest way to describe this series is by relating it to the Adam West version of Batman in the 60s. This show took a rather lighthearted approach to the superheroes and their conflicts. The Amazonian princess was played by Linda Carter, covering the time period from World War II to present day. It wasn't that the series was necessarily bad. In fact, its silly tone was rather entertaining to many, but it strayed so far from the style that DC has been trying to apply more recently. With movies like the Dark Knight trilogy and Batman vs Superman, it's clear that the comic company would rather come off as gritty and serious than childish, which is why DC would rather have its fans forget about this TV series. Number 3, Wonder Woman New 52 Origin Story. Wonder Woman's original origin story was that she was molded out of clay by her mother and turned out to be a very compassionate and caring character. However, in 2011, when DC decided to reboot, many fans weren't too happy with the stories that had changed with Wonder Woman. From the reboot, we discovered that Wonder Woman is actually a demigod, specifically the daughter of Zeus. In addition, she is also a warrior among a type of Amazonian race that is more hostile in comparison to the original one. Fans also claim that Wonder Woman gained a lot more masculine qualities and characteristics, making her a whole lot different before the reboot. DC might want us to forget how they reworked the entire history of Wonder Woman because a good amount of people did not like it. Number 2, Wonder Woman joined the Justice Society as a secretary. With Wonder Woman being such a powerful and independent character, it would be only logical that one day she would meet and have the opportunity to be a part of the Justice Society of America. Because the society was active during World War II, it only made sense that they would be fighting Nazis, so logic would extend to bringing on Wonder Woman, a superhero that would deflect bullets and interrogate people with her lasso. However, Hawkman had a different idea. When deciding and announcing the roles of each hero, he comes to Wonder Woman and gives her the role of the secretary. Damn. What's even worse is that Wonder Woman is basically okay with staying behind the desk. All of the men head out and prepare to fight the enemies, while Wonder Woman is seen cheering them on from behind. DC definitely wants us to forget about this, especially with gender equality being such a pressing issue nowadays. And number 1, Wonder Woman's enemy, Egg Fu. As with any superhero, some of their villains are subpar, some are flat out lame, but this guy deserves a tier of his own. Egg Fu, as you might imagine, had a form that was nearly identical to an egg. That's where the predictability ends though, as all of his other features are pretty outrageous. He was the size of a building and had the face of a rather stereotypical Chinese man. This could only be a reflection of the American fear of the communist country, as his first appearance was in the 60s when paranoia ran rampant in the country. In the future, DC clearly realized their mistake with this character with his reappearance in 2006. This time, things were pretty different as Fu underwent both a visual and name change. He no longer wore offensive facial features of the past, and with his new title of Chengzu, he refers to his old title as one he doesn't want to hear again. I mean, even the character himself wanted to forget about his first appearance. That's pretty crazy. And that is it for the video, guys. As always, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Valplana, and I'll see you all later.